Howdy. Welcome back to Judas ASMR. If my voice sounds weird, it's because my microphone isn't facing me. It's facing here. I have something to admit, and it is that this is my second time recording this video, because the first time I didn't have the microphone actually facing the keyboard to pick up the best quality sounds from the typing. I had it facing my mouth like a dum-dum, and so you could still hear the keyboard, but it didn't sound as good as it could have. I still plan to release that video at a later date, but I'm just going to probably label it as more of like a typical yapping video. But with this video, I'll be able to actually, label it as a proper typing video, because I remembered to turn my microphone the right way. So, like I said, already recorded a video like this, so this one might not be too crazy long. And I did a lot of talking in the other video, so I don't know how much talking I want to do here. We're just gonna go for it. That's how I like to record. I just turn on the camera and I just do whatever feels right. So we may start with just a lot of typing, like silently, and then I may mix in some things here and there. We'll see. So let's hop right into it. I'm using a little typing practice game for this video. So that's what I'll be typing off of. I suck at typing, by the way. I'm really bad at typing, but we're gonna go for it. So I did a little thing in the other video. I'm using a software that is kind of giving me random words, and so I'm just typing as they come. And I thought it would maybe be a little tingly for me to say the words as I type them. It might sometimes take me a while to say a different word because I keep messing up the spelling. But yeah, so I'm going to try that for just a couple lines and see how that goes. Elderly, yes, ray, sorry, stayed, intensity, yet, deadly, really, attorney, idly, 90, duty, idly, territory, steely, yesterday, territory, sternly, literally, yours, try, destiny, 90, laundry, delayed, lately, deadly, really, elderly, uneasy, uneasily, suddenly, tray, early, ally, today, yell, duty, day, study, acid, collect, records, nicer, really, okay. I'm sure you could probably tell, but I was slowly saying less and less words as I kind of went on. And yeah, maybe that was slightly tingly. You guys can let me know in the comments. And now I am going to do a little bit of tapping. I hope my voice doesn't sound too bad since the microphone isn't actually facing me. But I have my meeting today with my why am I blanking on the word? With my advisor to pick my new classes. Really excited because this will be my last semester in college before getting my bachelor's. It's been a long time coming. I've had to take a lot of breaks because of the military and just having life things get in the way. So it's exciting to feel like I'm on the home stretch. Very, very exciting. College is kind of a scam. I know it feels crazy going from excitement to calling it a scam, but it is. I have fully done all the classes that are needed for my degree, and yet I still need 120 hours before they will actually give me my degree, which means my next and final semester will be pretty much completely just BS filler classes, because I have not hit my 120 hour threshold for me to receive my degree, which is a little bogus and a little baloney, but it is what it is, I guess. Thankfully, the military is fully paying for my degree, and so I am not going into debt or anything for these dumb extra classes. If you are a person out there and you really want to know what to do after high school, if you don't plan on joining the military, or you don't plan on maybe working a job that will pay for your degree, I highly recommend you to not go to college if you will have to go into debt. If you will have to take out a loan to go to college, don't do it. And I'm not telling you to not go to college. I'm just saying, don't go if you need to pull out a loan. Work a job to pay for your semesters. And you can pay for them as you can afford them. Finding a job that will pay for you to go to school. A lot of jobs have that these days. Join the military. Do whatever it is that you think you need to do, so that way you're not on the hook for tens of twenties of 30s of 50s of hundreds of $1,000s just to go to school. I honestly think it's very predatory that they even give an 18-year-old that much money. You know so little about loans and how predatory they are and how they actually work, that it should be a crime to give someone so young that much money. That's borrowed, that has a 20% interest rate, that might have started as $20,000, but even if you pay all your bills on time and you pay your repayment on time, that number will still double before you get to the point of ever actually paying it all off. So be careful out there when it comes to these loans and things like that, because these companies, they are trying to screw you over. They want your money, and they will make it sound so good and make the deal sounds so good, like, oh, you don't have to pay you're alone until you get done with school in 4 years. But they don't tell you that your loan will still be gaining interest that is not in your favor while it's sitting there. Just a lot of, heck, man, I've done everything else on this video. I can do a freaking, what is the word I'm looking for? I can do a financial video too. We can talk about like how to make us, how to, save money and like techniques. Like, I've just been kind of doing whatever on this video, on this channel anyways. But yeah, there's so much knowledge that exists in the world that can help people. And there are a very few things that I have a little bit of knowledge on. And I just like being able to share that knowledge. If I didn't do, ASMR videos, I would have done something that allowed me to just help people and spread good knowledge, things that can actually help people not get taken advantage of and help people understand the world that we live in when it comes to loans and finances and college and jobs, but I knew that it would be really hard to make those type of videos and actually, get seen, because there's so many people doing that. There's a lot of people doing ASMR too, I guess, but at least with ASMR, it kind of scratches that itch that I have for being able to talk calmly and, possibly help people who are maybe, really stressed out, be able to relax and just hang out, So, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, this is going to be my last one here. Alright. Well, that has been a little bit of yapping. I think funny enough, this video is almost as long as the first one. I think just because I started, like I said, yapping and enjoying just chatting and typing. So, yeah, thank you for coming in. This is Judas ASMR, and I hope you all have a good day. I did the exact same thing in the last video. I wanted to naturally go this way, but it's this way. You get the point. See ya.